All right, Shalom. This is your brother Shamar from the Phoenix Camp. With that being said, we'll give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakdash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the brothers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. We'll jump right into the lesson. And just a quick note: uh, this is being done on my backup channel because Esau decided to give me a strike for speaking against the jab or about the jab. Me and the brothers got together, made a video, and we had mentioned the jab, and I posted that video up. And before you know it, Esau comes with his talk, and, But we keep on pushing, man. But anyways, here it goes. This is 1 Peter 4:12 said, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you." And that's not just about talking about catching hell, on our daily basis. That's to be expected, man. That's routine. That's just part of our life. There's gonna be a fiery trial of purging, man. A purging of the body, a fiery trial of our works, a fiery trial as a test of faith. That's gonna be a trying of us, man, a testing. So thinking not strange, man, that the Lord's gonna put you in a position sometime in the near future, or maybe even now, depending on how what your walk in the Lord is, where your faith is going to be tested, man. You're gonna be tried. You're gonna be put in the spotlight like Job was, and you're gonna be tried. You're gonna be see if you have the right elements to withstand heat. The other words, a fiery trial, man. It says, "Beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial which is try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you." So there's a lot of strange things that are gonna happen in the days to come, man. There's a lot of trouble that's gonna come, man. But that I'm gonna get 1 Corinthians 3:13, because even our works are gonna be tried. So we're gonna be tried also. So there's going to be a trying. Well, we are constantly going through a trying period, a trying and a testing of ourselves. The Lord's constantly testing and trying us, man. Every situation that He puts you in, it's a constant test. It's a constant trial, man. And even even makes you a battle against yourself, man. That's a test and a trial too. That's a fiery trial sometimes, man. It comes in many facets and forms and intensities and the levels. And it's going to continue on until we get out of here. It's never going to stop, man. That's what I'm trying to say. That fiery trial, that testing of us as men of the Lord, it's going to keep on continuing till a most high willing He calls us both little chariots, man. But I'm gonna get this up. 1 Corinthians 3:13. It says, "Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. It shall be put in a purging process, a refining process, to see if it has the right elements to withstand. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide, which he has built upon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved. Yes, so is by fire." So every man's work's gonna be tried and tested, man. Just like our faith is gonna be tried and tested. Faith without works is dead. And works without faith is the same thing. So if you just go into the motion of doing works because you feel that you're obligated to, because I don't want to get kicked out the camp or whatever. That's not the right spirit, man. You do works to please the Most High, not because you're scared of some type of retaliation, from somebody, man, or that you're not gonna be in the boys' club no more. It's deeper than that, man. Like the other apostles always say, it's not a boys' club, man. This is some real deal, heavy duty, uh, higher level office, man. And it's our platform to do work. But I'm gonna run that back again. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is, man. So if you ain't got good works, man, or you have a lack of works, then there's gonna be a consequence for that, man. If you sincere and you steady putting work in, there's gonna be reward for that, because the scripture said that there will be reward. If any man's work abide which he has built the wall, he shall receive reward, man. Reward of thou good and faithful servant. You know, so with that, I'm gonna get Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 6. It's a real quick lesson here at the plantation, man. You know, hey, you gotta keep on pushing, no matter what. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 6, and it says, "As gold in the furnace has he tried them, and received them a burnt offering." You know what? I'm gonna start. Salak. I'll start at verse 1. Wisdom of Solomon 3 because it's fire, man. Fire is fire. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. Why? Because they're gonna have that protection. They're gonna have the hedge around them. Even if they die, they're gonna be no torment put upon them. They're not gonna feel that torment of the nuclear missiles. They're gonna be saved out of that. And the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. See, even if they die, man. So a brother might die a martyr's death, or he might die a gruesome death, by the hands of Esau, or beheading, But in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die. So, these Edomites, oh yeah, we shot the shit out, we done away with him, we silenced him, But that's their lack of understanding. It says, the inside of the wise, they seem to die, and the departure is taken from misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace, So that's what we're striving for, man. And we hoping that our works will bring us some type of mercy in that day. And they're going from us to be better, to be utter destruction, but they're in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, because there's going to be persecution, there's going to be the fiery trial of our faith under Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because he controls all things. Yet is their hope full of immortality, but yet they're going to get a reward because, they've been steady, standing fast, man. Having been a little chastised, so that's all this is. That's all this life is, man. It's just a little chastisement compared to the glory that we're going to receive, the reward that we're going to receive. This is a little chastisement, man, a slap on the wrist, so to speak. They shall be greatly rewarded, for Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for himself. As gold in the furnace, he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. In the time of visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. It's just talking about the elect, man. They're gonna have that heavenly glow about them. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. But before they go through all that, before they get that, they gotta go through a fiery trial. They gotta go through persecution. They gotta go through, in the eyes of men, death. So think it not strange, man, when these things happen, when you're put in those situations in the future, talking about Jacob's trouble, the coming Jacob's trouble. We believe it. We believe that Jacob's trouble is upon us soon. That coincides with Revelation 12. We always bring it out. The devil coming down in great wrath. And if you don't know who the devil is, do your research. Do your research, man. He's Mr. Blanco, man. He's the Blanco man. If you can understand that. But do your research if you don't know who he is, because he's the one that's going to be the sword in the of the Most High to persecute us, the elect, and the 2/3. But our trial is going to be a trial of faith. The 2/3 of their trial is going to be just a trial of judgment, man. But there's going to be a reward for all this, man. I'm gonna run that back again. It says, and the time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro as gold. Verse 6. As gold in the furnace has he tried them, talking about the elect. So the elect are going to be tried. They're going to put in that fiery trial. Thinking not strange. They shall, for as gold in the furnace has he tried them, receive them as a burnt offering. In the time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations, have dominion over the people, and the Lord shall reign forever. And the Most High shall reign forever, man. So everything's going to be put back in order. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth. Because that's what's going to happen. Ultimately, that's all we're going to have left is our trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Everything else is going to be garbage, pretty much. And such as be faithful in love shall abide with him, for grace and mercy is to his saints, to his elect. He has care for his elect. There it is. See, that's telling exactly, read in context, that's telling exactly who he's talking about. But the ungodly shall be punished according to imagination, which shall neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. How do they neglect the righteous? Because they neglected their teachings. The men standing out in the highways and hedges like him, and forsaken the Lord. In doing so, they have forsaken the Lord, man. But with that, I'm going to get Sirach 2:5. Once again, speaking of trials and fire and purification, in testing, because it's all this what all this is. This is what our existence on earth is all about, man, if you can understand it. And once you understand that, then that opens up a understanding of a lot of things, of why things really are the way they are. But I'm gonna get this right here. This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, however you want to call it, Sirach 2:5, and it says, "For gold is tried in the fire." And who's that gold, man? That's gold is us, the elect, an acceptable man, because that's see, the gold is likened to an acceptable man, a man that that's accepted by Yahweh Shem Shai. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. So that's what fire is. That's what the fire is. Adversity. I'm gonna get the definition for that word adversity. God, this is the definition for the word adversity, and it says an event or series of events which oppose success or desire, misfortune, calamity, affliction, distress, state of unhappiness, the day adversity consider. So it's an event or series of events which oppose success. So we're gonna take a lot of L's, man. You take a lot of L's in this truth, man. I mean, it's not like you're not gonna be without your wins also, but you're gonna take a lot of L's in the eyes of the world, but really you're winning, man. If you can understand, if you can understand that, man. It says misfortune, calamity, affliction, distress, state of unhappiness. So the key definition is adversity or series of events. That's what's going to event or series of events, because there's going to be a lot of things coming in the times to come, man. What we call Jacob's trouble, and that includes all kinds of things. That includes famine of bread, famine of the word, race riots, just all kinds of madness, martial law, draconian measures, unrighteous decrees put upon our people and upon America in a whole. These shock troops coming to America, and just getting busy with it, man. And this is all coming. This is Jacob's trouble. This is the adversity that's going to try a man's faith. Let me see if I get that. That's going to try a man's faith. That's going to test a man's faith, because the elect are going to be tested, man. Salah. Get this. So we read in 1 Peter 4:12 about the fiery trial digging out stranger, right? This is the 1 Peter 1:7. That says that the trial of your faith. So what does that mean? That there's going to be a trial of our faith. Our faith is going to be tested. Let's get that trial. Let's get the Strongs. I want to see what that says. The proving, that which by something is tried or proved or tested. So the proving of your faith. You got to prove to the Most High your faith, man. And that's how he did to Job. So we did it to Job, he's going to do it to the elect, because Job is symbolic of the elect, man. Because they had all things in the beginning, and they had to lose it all and go through a testing and proving their faith, and the Most High restored to him manyfold in return for proving his faith. He said, "The trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold," and that goes back to Sirach 2:5. That goes back to 1 Peter 4 and I think it's 12. It says, "For the trial of your faith be more precious than of gold that perishes, though be tried with fire." When that fire is going to be that adversity that's coming, might be found unto praise and honor and glory of the appearing of Mashiach Yahweh Shai. So that's what it is, man. So prepare your mind for more persecutions, more trouble, more draconian measures and unrighteous decrees set by these people out here that's trying to stop the word, because that's part of the famine of the word, man. That's that that's another prophecy is being fulfilled. When they start taking down our videos, they start censoring us to a greater and greater degrees. That's more prophecy being fulfilled. That's famine of the word, man. But with that being said, just a real quick lesson. Most I want to hope was edifying. Is that I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Kahala Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let's keep on pushing. Shalom.